Shalom and aloha, everyone. I'm coming back on, so put some light here. So I just wanted to share watching for the Lord with you all, and it looks like we are about 20 minutes until sunrise in Israel. So let me check the exact time here. Uh, yep, 20 minutes and 11 seconds. So I can talk for 20 minutes at least. So um, I got my scriptures over here, and I'm in the living room now. All the lights turned on. That direction for me is towards Jerusalem. So that direction is south, and that's east. So I'm in Michigan, so I'm looking southeast, I guess, a little bit. So uh, Shalom and aloha, peace be unto you, for the kingdom of heaven has come near unto thee. I am Elijah the prophet, Eliyahu HaNavi. I'm watching for the Lord, and I hope you're watching for the Lord. I hope you realize tonight and tomorrow night are very high watch times. Um, Tonight here, the moon's fullness is 95%, I think 95.5%, and I'm not sure if it's in the morning Israel time tonight or last night or tomorrow night. That I think it's like 5:35 a.m. that the moon is the fullest is going to be at its peak. So that would make it, if it's tomorrow, then it would make tomorrow night the higher watch time than tonight. So either way, it's watch time. So let me just grab my scriptures here. It says I'm in 1 Thessalonians chapter 4, starting at verse 14 through 18. For if we believe that Jesus died and rose again, even so them also which sleep in Jesus will God bring with him. For this we say unto you by the word of the Lord, that we which are alive and remain unto the coming of the Lord shall not prevent them which are asleep. For the Lord himself shall descend from heaven with a shout, with the voice of the archangel, and with the trump of God, and the dead in Christ shall rise first. Then we which are alive and remain shall be caught up together with them in the clouds to meet the Lord in the air, and so shall we ever be with the Lord. Wherefore comfort one another with these words. Very big blessing there. And then, oh, did I ever show you this, folks? So when I first got called by the Lord many years ago, formal calling, I was around 28, and I was reading my scriptures, and I was in Glen Haven at the Sleeping Bear Sand Dunes, uh, in a little parking lot in my Toyota Corolla car, and I had to blow my nose, and the toilet tissue was in the trunk of the car. So it was a 1984 Toyota Corolla, I believe, white. So I got out of the car and I got the toilet paper roll out of the trunk of the car. I sat down in the driver's seat. The windows were rolled up, and I broke a piece of the toilet paper off, length of it. And then I put the roll between the seats. And then I was lifting my hands with the toilet paper to my nose to blow my nose. And I see from the corner of the car window something streak in front of me in diagonal motion. And I was like, what was that? It kind of had a red streak. And then I looked down on the toilet paper roll, and there's a blot of red. And I'll show it to you here. So this is like 30 years ago. This is how old this is. But this, let me see if you can, oops, just fell off. So it's just see here if you can see it, the color, but it's red, but around the whole red area is a ring of blue. And so I thought, oh, it's a drop of blood. And so I was like, I took the rearview mirror and I was like tilting it to look at my face. I think I first looked at my hands to see if I was bleeding anywhere from my hands. And then I was looking at my face to see if I was cut anywhere, bleeding. And there was no blood from me coming. Okay, so there it is again. Let's see if I can show it to you carefully with the light in the good spot so you can see it really good. But anyway, I was just like surprised, that like wondering, where did this drop of blood come from? And I think it's, let me see if I can find the verse, if I remember where it was. I think it's, hold on now, be patient with me. I think it's Hebrews. Yeah, Hebrews chapter 9, verse 20, starting at 20. And I'll just read it here to authorize King James scriptures. It says, saying, this is the blood of the testament which God hath enjoined unto you. Moreover, he sprinkled with blood both the tabernacle and all the vessels of the ministry. And almost all things are by the law purged with blood, and without the shedding of blood is no remission. It was therefore necessary that the pattern of the things in the heavens should be purified with these, but the heavenly things themselves with a better sacrifices than these. For Christ is not entered into the holy places made with hands, which are a figure of the true, but unto heaven itself, now to appear in the presence of God for us. Nor yet that he should offer himself often, as the high priest entered into the holy place every year with blood of others. For then must he often have suffered since the foundation of the world. But now once, in the end of the world, he hath appeared to put away sin by the sacrifice of himself. So technically, this is my proof. That little drop of blood sprinkled me with blood. So it's a miracle that when that happened, when I first got formally called, and visions, dreams, gifts, miracles, encounters, out-of-body experiences started happening to me. So I go back, and we are now like, let me recheck the time. I'm gonna sneeze. It's like 12 minutes until sunrise in Israel. So time's flying. So pray the Lord it comes tonight, but knowing that I think tomorrow is actually the more fuller moon, it might actually be tomorrow night. But my earlier video tonight, I talked about it. So it's a high watch time these next 2 days. So let's see here. Show you around the place. You want to see my grapefruit tree in northern Michigan? It's right there. Then this little one, I don't know if you can see it next to it. It's a little smaller. That's an apricot tree. And so I'm like just watching for the Lord tonight. Balance this computer on the top of the sofa here. So that, one of the puppies is right next to it. Don't push that computer off the edge there. So anyway, just wanted to give you all encouragement. And if the rapture should happen, maybe my being on live, maybe capture the moment I get to be changed into glory for y'all. It's like, I wonder how many of you are out there watching tonight, like myself. There's got to be a few people. And so tonight, tomorrow night, maybe one of these next 7 days. So let me show you. We got, I don't know if you can see Tigger. He's the white one on the blanket. And then there's Kula right there. And then there's some other ones scattered around. So, just watching for the Lord. So, balance this thing again. So, I wonder how many of you have family and friends that are like, might think you're like a little nuts that you're taking it so seriously watching tonight. And, it's a rainy night here, so it's not that I'm not going to get to see the moon. I think maybe the clouds will part and I'll get to see the moon, but it doesn't really matter. I think when the Lord appears and he shines his lightning from the east to the west, and gets us. If you're watching, I don't think you can miss it. So maybe I'll get my scriptures here and read a little bit more. I want to share with you Psalm 96. At the end of Psalm 96, which would be 1996, it says, "Before the Lord, for he cometh to judge the earth. He shall judge the world with righteousness and the people with his truth." Okay, with his truth. And then Psalm 98, it says almost the same thing. And we know that the Lord speaks once, he speaks twice, and then it's done, right? So it says in Psalm 98, the last verse, "Before the Lord, he cometh to judge the earth. With righteousness shall he judge the world, and the people with equity." Equity is what you do unto others will be done unto you. So he's in Psalm 96, "Before the Lord, for he cometh to judge the earth. He shall judge the world with righteousness and the people with his truth." Well, his word is his truth, and with righteousness. So righteousness is like keeping the Torah, right? So he's coming and he's coming. But then Psalm 99, "The Lord reigneth, let the people tremble. He sitteth between the cherubim, let the earth be moved." The cherubim is men of God. And the two cherub that were placed at the east gate of the Garden of Eden with the flaming sword that turned in every direction to keep the way of the tree of life. Well, that flaming sword is a picture of Jesus Christ, Yeshua HaMashiach. And who are the two cherubim? Well, the other place you find the cherubim in the scriptures is on the Ark of the Covenant, the cherubim of glory that overshadow the mercy seat, which is the throne of God. You have the Ark of the Covenant, inside the Ark, the Ten Commandments, the jar of manna, and the rod of Aaron. And then in the pocket on the outside of the Ark was the rest of the scriptures, but on top of the Ark is the mercy seat, the throne of God, mercy over judgment. And then overshadowing the mercy seat, like protecting the mercy seat, is the two cherubim at the east gate. And who appeared with our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ on the Mount of Transfiguration? Moses and Elijah. I believe that Moses and Elijah are the archangels, the two cherubim the scripture talks about. So you have the beginning of the scriptures with Moses, and you have the ending with Elijah being sent to announce the coming of the Lord, which I've been doing. So you have 1948, Psalm 48. It says Psalm 48. Let me go to it and read part of the Psalm. Psalm 48 says, "For lo, the kings were assembled, they passed by together. They saw it, and so they marveled. They were troubled and hasted away. Fear took hold upon them there, and pain as of a woman in travail." So, after World War II, the kings of the earth carved out Israel for the children of Israel, the Hebrews, which they call in slang the Jews. And so I read you the end of the book of Luke, where we find that the Psalms are prophecies, where it's written. Jump ahead here. Can't do this with holding this light, and so it's Luke 24, I believe. And at the end of the book of Luke, chapter 24, verse 44, and he said unto them, this is the Lord Jesus speaking, "These are the words which I spake unto you while I was yet with you, that all things must be fulfilled which were written in the law of Moses and in the prophets and in the Psalms concerning me." So the Lord indicates that something has to be fulfilled. That's a prophecy. So here the Lord indicates that the Psalms are prophecies. The Psalms go from 1 to 150, and knowing that Psalms is equivalent to the year, then, and if you understand that the Psalm, like Psalm 48, 1948, and the Psalms go up to 150, then you know that this isn't a Jubilee year. A lot of people are saying that we're in a Jubilee year now, but it's impossible. Psalms go up to 150, that would be 2050. The Jubilee, when you read the Torah, you find out that Jubilee pertains to the land returning to the original owners. Israel got its land back in 1948. So 50 years later, you have 1998. 1948, the 118th Jubilee. 1998, the 119th Jubilee. And 2048, the 120th Jubilee. So from 1999 till today, we've accomplished like half of the Jubilee cycle, maybe just a little bit more. So if the rapture happens now, the people who are left behind have got like back about 25 years or a little bit less than 25 years to go in the Jubilee cycle. So that's enough time for Islam to take over the world, or whoever's going to take over the world, and fulfill the rest of the scriptures. So you don't want to be left behind to go through the Great Tribulation. The bride of Christ, there's no tribulation. When you look at the pattern of Israel and the bride and the groom getting married and stuff, which I've talked about in other videos, there's no tribulation. So it says here in Malachi chapter 4, says Malachi chapter 4, verses 1 through 6. "For behold, the day cometh that shall burn as an oven, and all the proud, yea, and all that do wickedly shall be stubble. And that day that cometh shall burn them up, saith the Lord of hosts, that it shall leave them neither root nor branch. But unto you that fear my name shall the Son of Righteousness arise with healing in his wings, and he shall go forth and grow up, and ye shall go forth and grow up as calves of the stall, and ye shall tread down the wicked, for they shall be ashes under the soles of your feet in the day that I shall do this, saith the Lord of hosts. Remember ye the law of Moses my servant, which I commanded unto him in Horeb for all Israel with the statutes and judgments. Behold, I will send you Elijah the prophet before the coming of the great in dreadful day of the Lord. And he shall turn the heart of the fathers to the children, and the heart of the children to their fathers, lest they come and smite the earth with a curse. So a lot of people will read this thing that Elijah will do. It's like he becomes a counselor between, a father and a son. Okay, but that's not what clicked in my head when I read this. If you read the patriarchs, the names of Adam through Noah, Adam, Seth, Enosh, Kenan, all the way down to Noah, those 10 patriarchs, when you read their names and translate them into English, they make a prophecy. And that sentence is, man appointed mortal sorrow, the blessed God shall come down, teaching his death shall bring despairing comfort or despairing rest. Noah means comfort or rest. So Elijah is going to preach that message, which points to who the Messiah is, that Jesus Christ is the blessed God who came down and took on a fleshly tabernacle that was specifically not. He was conceived by the Holy Spirit, so he doesn't have an earthly father, and so God the Father prepared a tabernacle for himself to dwell in, and paid the penalty for sin. He was sinless, and so it says here that he shall turn the heart of the fathers to the children. So the fathers, the patriarchs, the heart of the fathers is the message of the names to the children, to children of Israel and all other children on earth who will come to faith in Jesus Christ, and the heart of the children to their fathers. So our fathers are the patriarchs. So he's going to teach the message of the gospel. This is a parable. He's not going to be a counselor, because he's not going to be able to go up to every individual father and every individual son and make peace between the two of them. And if there was no peace, so people misinterpret that parable, and so they don't understand it. So, here it is, Matthew 24. And Jesus went out and departed from the temple, and his disciples came to him for to show him the buildings of the temple. And Jesus said unto them, See ye not all these things? Verily I say unto you, there shall not be left here one stone upon another that shall not be thrown down. And as he sat upon the Mount of Olives, disciples came unto him privately, saying, Tell us when these things shall be, and what shall be the sign of thy coming, and of the end of the world? And Jesus answered and said unto them, Take heed that no man deceive you. For many shall come in my name, saying, I am Christ, and shall deceive many. And you shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. See that ye be not troubled, for all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet. See, the Jubilee goes until 2048. For nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom, and there shall be famines and pestilences and earthquakes in divers places, various places. And all these things are the beginning of sorrows. Then shall they deliver you up to be afflicted, and shall kill you, and you shall be hated of all nations for my name's sake. And that's happening in places in the world. Like, look at Nigeria. Christians are being killed. Look in India, in the northeast corner of India, there's slaughter of Christians. And then shall many be offended, and shall betray one another, and shall hate one another. Just look at what's happening with the Democratic Party and the Republican Party. There's been a great division, and I think it was caused by Obama mostly. But never in our history have the two sides been so opposed to each other. And it's really not the Republicans opposing the Democrats. The Republicans hate the evil of the Democrats, but they don't hate them as a people. But you got the Democrats that literally hate Trump and hate Republicans. It's just like, and then shall many be offended. Excuse me. And then shall many be offended. Let's see if I left out a verse. And then shall they deliver you up to be afflicted, and shall kill you, and ye shall be hated of all nations for my name's sake. And then shall many be offended, and shall betray one another, and shall hate one another. And many false prophets shall rise and shall deceive many. And because iniquity shall abound, the love of many shall wax cold. But he that shall endure unto the end, the same shall be saved. And this gospel of the kingdom shall be preached in all the world for a witness unto all nations, and then shall the end come. When ye therefore shall see the abomination of desolation spoken of by Daniel the prophet, stand in the holy place. Whosoever readeth, let him understand. Understanding is departing from iniquity. The fear of the Lord is the beginning of wisdom. Um, then let them which be in Judea flee unto the mountains. Let him which is in the housetop not come down to take anything out of his house. Neither let him which is in the field return back to take his clothes. And woe unto them that are with child, and to them that give suck in those days. But pray that ye but pray ye that your flight be not in the winter, neither on the Sabbath day. For then shall be great tribulation, such as was not since the beginning of the world to this time, no, nor ever shall be. And except those days should be shortened, there should no flesh be saved. But for the elect's sake, those days shall be shortened. Then, if any man shall say unto you, Lo, here is Christ, or there, believe it not. For there shall arise false Christs and false prophets, and shall show great signs and wonders, insomuch that if it were possible, they shall deceive the very elect. But I have told you before. Behold, I have told you before. Wherefore, if any shall say unto you, Behold, he is in the desert, go not forth. Behold, he is in the secret chamber, believe it not. For as lightning cometh out of the east, and shineth even unto the west, so shall also the coming of the Son of Man be. For wheresoever the carcass is, there will the eagles be gathered together. Immediately after the tribulation of those days shall the sun be darkened, and the moon shall not give her light, and the stars shall fall from heaven, and the powers of the heavens shall be shaken. Oh, that reminds me, recently there's been a lot of shooting stars following in the past few days. It's been in news reports, and so and then shall appear the sign of the Son of Man in heaven, and then shall all the tribes of the earth mourn, and they shall see the Son of Man coming in the clouds of heaven with power and great glory. And he shall send his angels with a great sound of a trumpet, and they shall gather together his elect from the four winds, from one end of heaven to the other. Now learn the parable of the fig tree. When his branch is yet tender, and putteth forth leaves, ye know that summer is nigh. So likewise ye, when you shall see all these things, know that it is near, even at the doors. Verily I say unto you, this generation shall not pass till all these things be fulfilled. Heaven and earth shall pass away, but my words shall not pass away. But of that day and hour knoweth no man, no, not the angels of heaven, but my Father only. So he's talking about heaven and earth passing away. We don't know when heaven and earth will pass away. It doesn't mean we don't know the nearness of the rapture. But as the days of Noah were, so also the coming of the Son of Man be. For as in the days that were before the flood, they were eating and drinking, marrying and giving in marriage, until the day that Noah entered into the ark, and knew not until the flood came and took them all away. So shall also the coming of the Son of Man be. Then shall two be in the field, the one shall be taken and the other left. Two women shall be grinding at the mill, the one shall be taken and the other left. Watch therefore, for ye know not what hour your Lord doth come. But know this, that if the good man of the house had known in which watch the thief would come, he would have watched, and would not have suffered his house to be broken up. Therefore be ye also ready, for in such an hour as ye think not, the Son of Man cometh. Who then is a faithful and wise servant, whom his Lord hath made ruler over his household, to give them meat in due season. Blessed is that servant whom his Lord, when he cometh, shall find so doing. Verily I say unto you, then shall, excuse me. Oh, there we go. Sorry, light came off. So where was I? Therefore, who then is a faithful and wise servant, whom his Lord hath made ruler over his household, to give them meat in due season? Blessed is that servant whom his Lord, when he cometh, shall find so doing. Verily I say unto you, then he shall make him ruler over all his goods. That means, the Lord said that we're going to sit in his throne with him. It doesn't mean that we're going to replace him, but the throne is a type of a parable, so that all the things that he can do. So we have he gives us these small gifts right now in this life: what you see, what you hear, what you taste, what you touch, what you can feel, your emotions, your thought process, smelling. These little gifts, you use them faithfully. He has more than that, I think, in the life to come. So if you're faithful in the little things, he can bestow upon him all of himself, sitting in his throne with him. And if that evil servant shall say in his heart, my Lord delayeth his coming, and shall begin to smite his fellow servants, and to eat and drink with the drunken, the Lord of that servant shall come in a day when he looketh not for him, and in an hour that he is not aware of, and shall cut him asunder, and appoint his portion with the hypocrites, and there shall be weeping and gnashing of teeth. Then shall the kingdom of heaven be likened unto 10 virgins which took their lamps, and went forth to meet the bridegroom. And 5 of them were wise, and 5 were foolish. They that were foolish took their lamps, and took no oil with them. But the wise took oil in their vessels with their lamps. While the bridegroom tarried, they all slumbered and slept. So, the parable, second Passover, the master goes on a long journey. And so the Lord gave a second Passover, that if you were unclean and didn't keep the first Passover, or couldn't, you could keep it in the next month. So it's like on a long journey. So that's why second Passover is highly possible too. And so, they that were foolish took their lamps, and took no oil with them. But the wise took oil in their vessels with their lamps. While the bridegroom tarried, they all slumbered and slept. And at midnight there was a cry made, Behold, the bridegroom cometh. Go ye out to meet him. Then all those virgins arose and trimmed their lamps. And the foolish said unto the wise, Give us of your oil, for our lamps are gone out. But the wise answered, saying, Not so, lest there not be enough for us and you. But go ye rather to them that sell, and buy for yourselves. And while they went to buy, the bridegroom came, and they that were ready went in with him to the marriage, and the door was shut. Afterward came also the other virgins, saying, Lord, Lord, open to us. But he answered and said, Verily I say unto you, I know you not. Watch therefore, for ye know neither the day nor the hour wherein the Son of Man cometh. For the kingdom of heaven is as a man traveling into a far country, who called his own servants, and delivered unto them his goods. And unto one he gave 5 talents, and to another 2, and to another 1, to every man according to his several ability, and straightway took his journey. This is where you find capitalism. And then he that had received the 5 talents went and traded with the same, and made them other 5 talents. And likewise he that had received 2 had gained other 2. But he that received 1 went and and digged in the earth, and hid his Lord's money. After a long time, the Lord of those servants cometh, and reckoned with them. And so he that had received the 5 talents came and brought other 5 talents, saying, Lord, thou deliverest unto me 5 talents. Behold, I have gained beside them 5 talents more. And his Lord said unto him, Well done, thou good and faithful servant. Thou hast been faithful over a few things. I will make thee ruler over many things. Enter thou into the joy of thy Lord. He also that had received 2 talents came and saith, Lord, thou deliverest unto me 2 talents. Behold, I have gained 2 other talents beside them. His Lord said unto him, Well done, good and faithful servant. Thou hast been faithful over a few things. I will make thee ruler over many things. Enter thou into the joy of thy Lord. Then he which had received the 1 talent came and said, Lord, I knew that thou art an hard man, reaping where thou had not sown, and gathering where thou hast not strawed. And I was afraid, and went and hid thy talent in the earth. Lo, there thou hast that is thine. And the Lord answered and said unto him, Thou wicked and slothful servant, thou knewest that I reaped where I sowed not, and gathered where I had not strawed. Thou oughtest therefore to have put my money to the exchangers, and then at my coming I should have received my own with usury. Take therefore the talent from him, and give it unto him which hath 10 talents. For unto every one that hath shall be given, and he shall have abundance. But from him that hath not shall be taken away even that which he hath. And cast ye the unprofitable servant into outer darkness. There shall be weeping and gnashing of teeth. When the Son of Man shall come in his glory, and all the holy angels with him, and then shall he sit upon the throne of his glory, and before him shall be gathered all nations, and he shall separate them one from another, as a shepherd divideth his sheep from the goats. And he shall set the sheep on his right hand, but the goats on the left. Then shall the then shall the king say unto them on his right hand, Come, ye blessed of my Father, inherit the kingdom prepared for you from the foundation of the world. For I was hungered, and ye gave me meat, and I was thirsty, and ye gave me drink. I was a stranger, you took me in. Naked, and you took me in. Naked, and ye clothed me, and I was sick, and ye visited me, and I was in prison, and you came unto me. Then shall the righteous answer him, saying, Lord, when saw we thee and hungered and fed thee, or thirsty and gave thee drink? When saw we thee a stranger and took thee in, or naked and clothed thee? And when saw we thee sick or in prison and came unto thee? And the king shall answer and say unto them, Verily I say unto you, inasmuch as ye have done it unto one of the least of these my brethren, ye have done it unto me. Then shall he say unto them on the left hand, Depart from me, ye cursed, into everlasting fire, prepared for the devil and his angels. For I was hungered, and you gave me no meat. I was thirsty, and you gave me no drink. I was a stranger, and you took me not in. Naked, and you clothed me not. Sick and in prison, and ye visited me not. Then shall they also answer him, saying, Lord, when saw we thee a hungered or athirst, or a stranger, or naked, or sick, or in prison, and did not minister unto thee? Then shall he answer them, saying, Verily I say unto you, inasmuch as ye did it not to one of the least of these, ye did it not to me. And these shall go away into everlasting punishment, but the righteous into life eternal. So I'll stop right there, because I'm sure we're past the sunrise moment in Israel. Let me look at the time again. And let me find it here, the window. So says it's past the time. Yep, 12 minutes. Oh, excuse me. It's 12 hours and 11 minutes until sunset. So I'm not sure how many minutes past sunrise we are, but we are definitely, sun is up in Israel, and not very much though. So usually watch for about an hour. So let's say probably or 10 minutes past sunrise or something maybe. So I got a lot of windows here, so I haven't seen any bright flashes of lightning, and I'm still here. So obviously it hasn't happened yet. But so I've been on here 40 minutes, so I think I will sign off and continue watching for a little while, maybe fall asleep in my clothes, and Lord willing, I'll get back on 10:30ish, 11 tomorrow morning to be watching at sunset in Israel. So anyway, peace be unto you, for the kingdom of heaven has come near unto thee. Shalom and aloha. Elijah the prophet, Eliyahu Hanavi signing off. May you have a blessed day wherever you are in the world, and hope you encourage others and warn them about the hour in which we're living and the seriousness of the signs of the times. Thank you for watching. Oh, and I never say this, but maybe you could like and share this video. And I can't reach everybody personally, but I can reach somebody, and that somebody can reach somebody else, and that somebody else can reach somebody else. And through the word of mouth, as they say in Hawaii, the cordless coconut, we can reach everybody in the world, because everybody, they say we're only, I think, 6 people removed from everybody else in the world. So it's very possible by word of mouth we can, you can warn people, hey, Elijah's here. Hey, they go to his videos, go to his YouTube channel. It's not about me. It's about the one I represent, Jesus Christ. It's all about him and his plan of salvation. And he's called you and me to be his servants, his disciples, his slave, his student. So get on the ball and have a good day, evening, morning, afternoon, wherever you are. Shalom and aloha.